So this quick setup is going to have to work for now. My headphone works, the audio works, camera works, everything's good. And this is going to be the first video, I believe, for this month. And I wanted to get it out before January is over because this is going to be basically note to self written down, not written down, but necessarily, but definitely recorded. And I'm going to be able to come back to it if I actually achieve my New Year's resolutions, which is starting with becoming the titled player. Okay. I gotta start playing over the board chess. Okay. I reached 1900 in Bullet, and then after that, I got scared of losing my rating because it's barely 1901, but I did cross 1900. Then I started playing Blitz, and that's already past 1600. I'm already over 1700, like 1754. Now, I was considering doing Blitz up to 1700, then go into Rapid up to 1700, back to Blitz 1800, then to Rapid 1800, and go like that. So, like 500-point increments for each one. Eventually to catch up to my Bullet. I assume Bullet would be the lowest rating out of all the three because it's the fastest, just less time to think compared to Blitz and Rapid. And so Blitz has been going well. I mean, like I'm on like a 10 win streak. So I haven't really reached the peak of my Blitz yet. I might just continue since this is the first time I'm doing this and just continue playing Blitz until I plateau. Because right now it's just been astronomical growth. If I plateau, then I'll stop there and then make rapid catch up where I can finally slow down and see what I'm doing. And then go back to blitz and bullet and see, or not blitz, and bullet, just blitz and rapid and bouncing between the both of the, both of them. And then eventually catch up to my bullet, which will be 1900, right? That's resolution number one. Become a title player. I want to do it in the whole year. If it's just candidate master, FIDE master, that's fine by me. I'm not looking to be an IM, at least not in this year, or a GM, especially not a GM. It's very unlikely, just probably time wise, statistically wise, or just like the amount of points you can get. But I want to do that. Then I have been keeping track of habits. You know what they all say, get your journal. I might make a video on this. I saw a video on how to make a dollar journal that you'll actually use in this and that. This is just one of those cheap little notebooks. This is a Cowico. Let's see if we can actually focus on this. Let's see. Yeah, you can probably focus. A Cowico Sport. Oops, give me 1 second. Something popped up on my screen. Anyway, this is a Cowico Sport Pearl Iridescence limited edition, I believe. Cowico collection. Yeah, it's got the nice fancy clip instead of the regular one. I've been using blue ink, but I forget from what brand. I made sure to buy the converter just to make sure that I don't end up wasting or having to buy cartridges all the time. So there's that. I think it's let's see, a medium nib, which is more than plenty. All screws in. A little binder clip. The video I watched, and you guys might have seen it, but they made a hole in the center of this, and from there they put the rubber band to hold it closed. That did not work. I couldn't get that to work. So instead, I just held it down. And again, I might make a video on this or maybe just talk about it here. I'll think about it. But hold the rubber band this like this. And that way you don't have to worry about the little making a hole, pushing it through. Works a lot better. Then you can actually take off the rubber band and it's free to move. I basically just have my habit tracker at the beginning. Let's see if we can focus. And you can see today's 31st, so it'll be over today. Is it 31st? Yes, right? Yeah. So it'll be over today. And then I found this, an actual habit tracker, where it goes by, what's it, week by week. So you put the week, the habits, Monday through Sunday, thoughts, do more, do less at the bottom. And then you rip that off and just continue doing your habits and tracking them. I'm considering keeping them, all the pages inside of the sheet, because they're supposed to be, they're meant to be torn out, right? I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. They're meant to be torn out, right? Just like one of those easy to rip out pages. But it's kind of fun seeing if you did all your habits and whatnot. But I got that to replace having to take care of the habit tracker here. This has been notes, to-do lists, couple of notes in class. The to-do list has been very useful. Right now I have working out, which has only been filled out once. Anki, which has been filled out daily, and I actually have to do my Ankis for today. Surprisingly enough, I've only missed 2 days, but that's because I had no access to my phone. So I can't blame myself for that. Meditation. I was doing solid at the beginning, then I tapered off. I had my devotional in here, never once opened it up. I got to change that for next month when I start using my actual habit tracker. Reading. I have been reading recently these last few days. I picked up Count of Monte Cristo about halfway through, give or take. Also, I finally went ahead and bought a pack of bookmarks, these little magnetic bookmarks. Let's see if you can catch a glimpse of it. Let's see. Yeah. So like one of these folder ones. Oh, so they fold over the page and just to hold it. They seem pretty cheap. They're probably from AliExpress, but I got them on Amazon for like a 80 pack right here. They had cooler designs and whatnot, and they had for less an amount, but it's like $2 less for half the amount. So I'm just like, that's how they get you. But I also realized that they might not be the most durable, and so I just got the 80 pack because if they start breaking down, bending, whatever, they don't end up being that good, which I don't think they will be. I can just replace them. I have a pack of 80. My second notebook, which I did for the most part. Uh, let's see if I can find a good page. Nothing personal per se, but this is for. Let's see if I can focus. This is for last year, 2025. I missed a couple weeks, but what I'm trying to say is that I know I don't know if this is only a Samsung thing, but I definitely know that they have the digital well-being, whatever. Yeah, digital well-being, where it'll tell you your weekly report, like the average hours you spend on your phone for that week. I reported it. So basically, I have the week, then I have my phone time, and then my tablet time because I have a tablet. I don't consider my laptop time. I am a CS major, so I do be on my computer for a while, but I'm doing homework, coding, whatnot. I don't typically watch videos on my laptop unless I'm on campus, and even then, I mean, I still don't count that. I'm still I switch between homeworks, works, and whatnot. My tablet though, that is definitely what do you call it? It's not a consumer. It's a yeah, consumption tablet, right? Where it's not a work tablet. It's an S6 Lite. And so I've been meaning to get an S8 Ultra only because I want a bigger screen and it's like 4K OLED, big ass screen. I have a lot of movies on it, and so it's just better for media consumption, right? So that's what that's for. So I had only my phone and my tablet, the weekly use, and so I have these, what do you call them? Dart bookmarks, which you can also buy online on Amazon. I bought these in a store, in a bookstore out in somewhere in some suburb or something. When we went to go to a book signing, I was like, why not? They looked interesting, right? I like being able to keep my place. That's also why I have, let's see, I don't have them on here, but as you can see, I bought like a 2,000 pack of these little flags, sticky notes, so I can put quotes and stuff. So for page 212, I had a nice one, which it reminded me of something that Alex Hormozy was talking about in a video I had watched recently, where the only thing that can stop you is death. As in, there's no real obstacles. Everything else is just mental. The only real obstacle is death. And Mr. Count of Monte Cristo himself he's I have only three adversaries. The first two are distance and time, but with persistence I am able to overcome them. The third one is the most terrible, the fact that I am mortal. Only that can stop me before I reach my goal. Unless I die, I will always be what I am. And that is powerful. I mean, obviously he's gunning for revenge, but that's some words to live by, right? It's like unless you're dead, you can keep trying. Okay, unless someone, and he mentions this about people who are absolutely dedicated to craft, like And I mean obsessed over it. Like, what are you talking about? Ronaldo, slightly, although no, I suppose so, but definitely someone like Kobe Bryant, right, or David Goggins. It's like unless you kill me, I am going to continue doing my work and perfecting my craft. And so I use those sticky notes there, like 1,000 pack or something. But for this one, since it's only 2 years, I think I have only like six of the metal darts. And so right now I only have my second one in here, and I use them for each year. So 2025 has marked my lowest screen time yet. 2026, so far, my lowest screen time average for a week. I- I'm not I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm embarrassed to say this, but honestly, most people should check their own screen time and reflect on it. And like they say, what doesn't get tracked doesn't get managed, or just what gets tracked gets managed. And I spent a whopping 5 hours and 32 minutes on average daily between my phone and my tablet. The week of January 18 through the 24th. So is that last week? This week I'll see what I knocked or clocked in, if you will. Damn near like a full-time job. And so I wanna bring that down because I'm not gonna become a title player with like 6 hour over 5 hours of phone use screen time every every week, basically every daily. Okay. And if I average out, I might even at some point take the average of every week and see what the average daily was of the year, right? So 2025 was probably the only one I would be able to do that. Oh, I actually started in 2024. Interesting, but this is not enough. That doesn't cover all of it, sadly. That covers most of it. Let's see. My lowest time was in 2024, 3 hours and 14 minutes, and I was on vacation that week, and so I didn't have access to my phone. It was out in out in some forest, some national park. So I only had Wi-Fi when I was in my cabin, if you will, and most of the time we were out and about. So that's where my lowest time came from. 5 hours this month so far. Year has only started, but it's already been what, 4 weeks? 7, 14, 21. So 4 weeks, 5 weeks, give or take. Let's see. Actually, I can count. I have it right here, 2026. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's been 4 weeks. So, or this will be the fifth week. So I have to keep tracking that. I want to become a title player. I want to add more habits to actually do. For example, do I want to learn how to draw? I do. Is that a real major goal that I have, or rather something that I really want to? Let me lower this a bit. There we go. Is that something that I really want to focus on? Maybe. I don't see. If I can replace 5 hours daily of screen time with 2 hours of chess, 1 hour of drawing, and 1 hour of reading, that's just 4 hours. Okay, I still have an hour left because I know that the time I'm tracking on my phone and my tablet is not time well spent. It isn't like, okay, like with my laptop where I'm saying, oh, okay, I was working on my homework, I was doing this, I was coding, I was looking up tutorials for uh, Dart, right? Or looking at how to write in Haskell. I'm not doing that on my phone. I'm brain rotting, or on my tablet, I'm watching movies, shows. I'm on YouTube. Not sure. I don't really watch shows, but mainly YouTube. So I definitely, if I could reduce 5 hours daily to, like I said, two chess, one reading, one playing. What's it called? What's it called? Drawing. Learning how to draw. There's no reason why I couldn't learn all those things, right? And that still was what 4 hours. So I still have an hour left if I just want to relax. I truly want to reduce my time because I don't want maybe going down to zeros is not necessarily the goal, but even just from 5 hours to 1 hour daily. 1 hour daily on my phone is plenty. Okay, because there's some things I should consider more important, and I do in my head, but I don't act as if they are. So those habits have to hit those three things in my head, which are mind, body, and spirit, right? Devotional, I gotta stick to that. I gotta really start one, and again, stick to it. Brain, mind. I'm already reading. That's definitely part of it. Chess is part of it. Studying for school is part of it, but that's non-negotiable, if you will. I have to do it either way, irregardless, if you will. Body, I have to start working out. I think I have the perfect opportunity between classes. I have like 4 hours between my classes on certain days. So I think I could just walk down because on campus, at the end of the campus, is where the gym is. My class is down like a block away. So I'm closest to the gym during those days. So I'm just gonna get out of that class, head to the gym, do some stuff, and then wait. So I have to do something about that. Meditate perhaps as well. Body, spirit, mind. That shouldn't be too bad to implement. 10 minutes in the morning. Why not? Sleep. Oh my God. Sleep is one of those things I just have to lock in on because, I mean, one, it's just for health reasons. It's just paramount that you get the proper amount of sleep. And two, well, I guess that's really just it. Also, it just helps you to wake up earlier. If you sleep earlier, sleep well, you're well rested in the morning, you can wake up and do the things to replace that screen time that are beneficial. Reading, perhaps not. I always read on the train, so I definitely can knock in reading. That's where I do my Anki. On the way to school, Anki. On the way back from school, reading. So I definitely have the time for daily Anki and daily reading. On the weekends, even better. I have a lot more time. Now, I think that's about it, actually. I want to get into photography again, mainly because I want to start printing stuff again. It's just what, 199. I actually have one of these Canon printers. These should be the same, so I'm gonna put this under there. I have like two more of these brand new, and the one that's still in there, about like 200, 300 pages. So I definitely have enough prints. Because that's another thing. I want to get more into physical media. That's why I got this notebook. That's why I have my fountain pens. That's why I want to track everything down here. I could track it down digitally. I'm a CS major. I'm pretty sure I can make a script for an Excel sheet to just whatever directly call an API on my phone or something so that my screen time just automatically updates. Sure, I could do that. But something about physically doing it, writing it down, and being conscious of the fact that I'm writing down 5 hours and 32 minutes of daily screen time use. It's really eye-opening, if you will. But definitely that has to be done. That has to be tracked. My notebooks has to be. I'm gonna keep using. I always keep it in my what do you call it, the breast pocket, right? And so that's fine. I got to record more videos. That's also got to be another thing. I'm either going to record just an easy short on how to make this thing better than the other girl mentioned. Not better, it's the same thing. It's just that the little difference of that. Maybe a short would actually probably be better. I want to make some more videos on anime and manga. Oh my goodness, Modulo's going crazy. And the reason I started my YouTube channel, or specifically on manga, was because when Gojo hit the maximum output blue against not Mahito, it's what's it called? Agito. The fused one, right? Where they're like purple leaves a scar on Shinjuku again. I'm like, he's gonna hit a red and make him collide and blow up. And then he did it. But I didn't make the video so I wasn't be like someone I had called it. Same thing happened when Dabra started using reverse curse technique. I'm like, if he goes crazy and starts getting hurt, he's gonna learn reverse curse technique and heal his way through as he's fighting. Sure enough, he got to it. He even got reverse curse technique or reverse technique reversal, right? And so that's something I didn't even predict. Which, to be fair, they didn't really show anything. So we'll see that next time. I can try to predict on what it is gonna be, regardless. Nah, I think I used that word too much. But anyway, that's besides the point. Try to use my hands more because I realize it's kind of cut down. So I am moving my hands, but it's below you or below this. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm starting to rant because I'm out of what I was really gonna talk about, which is just getting things written down, making this video, talking about my resolutions, really solidifying and saying them out loud. Not necessarily to manifest, although to a certain extent, I do believe that is um, realistic or true. But yeah, title player would be nice. January already ended. I I want to get to 2000 on everything on chess.com before I start going over the board. Not because I'm scared that I'm not ready, but just because that would be nice. Like, okay, now I'm 2000, so I'm definitely overrated for any tournaments that I enter. Is that necessarily true? I noticed that the rating difference between chess online from rapid, say for example, to over the board is about 200 points. So if I'm 2000 over rapid, I'm more likely to be around actually 1800 OTB, you know, classical. Again, I have to study more books. You guys saw the books that I bought and all the things that I have, but that's I'll get around to it. I've already started a couple books that I bought that I did not mention or that came afterwards, which were Johann Hellestein's Opening Chess Strategy and Mastering Opening Strategy and Mastering Chess Strategy. And those two are just phenomenal books, at least according to other title players, chess players, reviewers, stuff like that, specifically chess coach Andras, who spoke very highly of them. So I'll be getting over the opening book since openings is the first thing you do when you're playing chess. Every chess game starts with an opening. Sometimes they don't get to the end game. Tactics will dictate the middle game, but getting the opening right is paramount to giving yourself the best chances against low rate opponents because one, you'll notice that they're not developing correctly, and two, you'll be set up for tactics that aren't even necessarily too complicated. But just in case, I have the tactics books there to study, just in case, so I can actually see more hidden tactics, if you will. Although, again, what's the phrase where it's like better development or just better following principles lead to tactics, right? Good positions lead to tactics, right? Positionally speaking. But that's neither here nor there. Again, keep rambling on. That might be a whole video on its own. Either way, title player, hopefully by the end of the year, even if it's just Canada Master, National Master, that's fine. Just rating a little over 2000. Shouldn't be impossible, genuinely. If you think that's a crazy goal, then we'll just have to wait and see. And then it was keep my habit trackers, reduce screen time, read more, yeah, read more, and I guess we'll keep get an update in February like this. There's a poll right here. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if anything, this is really just for me, just to remember anyone else who's curious of the future of this channel. If anyone does care, it's fine. I guess I'll just cope and say it's for me. All right, take care.